Why am I looking at you? You're a
What's up? It's the guy from Scary Movie, the killer guy. Hey, this isn't Kevin from Comic Book Man. Get it because it looks similar, but it's not. It's Brandon from Mathroom. It's another episode where I teach how to do math on a bathroom mirror. So, a lot of things going on with people who are quarantined inside. Is that they are resorted to having to snack on delicious snacks, and particularly snacks like this. This is called a Dorito, and the Dorito is a good snack. Particularly, this is the sweet, spicy chili one, and that's what I've been eating. And so I thought it'd be fun. What if, while we were snacking, we knew a little bit more about our Dorito friends? We already had an exciting episode about triangles and social distancing, and so I thought how cool it would be if we knew how big these Doritos were that we were eating. Particularly, what is the area of a Dorito? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trace this Dorito real quick on this mirror, and so just magically, some really quick magic, video editing magic, we're going to do this. And so now we have the Dorito traced. It's pretty close. Learned how to trace pretty good. I say it's close. It's maybe not perfect, but math isn't perfect. Well, so anyway, this is the Dorito tracing, and I think it'd be fun if today we figured out the area of a Dorito, and then also the perimeter of a Dorito. So the area of a Dorito is going to be measuring everything inside this space here. That's how much area it takes up. We can find that by doing 1/2 times the base, the base times the height. So you multiply the base and the height, and then you multiply that by 1/2. Perimeter, normally if this was a good drawn triangle, it looks like it'd probably be an equilateral triangle, which means there's a good look of it. Okay, so which means that all sides would be the same. We can pretend like that, but we want exact measurements, because in math and Doritos we want it to be exact and for sure. So we're just going to add all three sides up. So we'll say A plus B plus C will give us the perimeter of this Dorito. So in order to measure it, you need to have something good to measure with. And so I brought this cool measure thing. This belongs to my 2-year-old son. I'm quarantined from going out to the garage to get my own, so we're going to use his today. So let me just measure this real quick, and I'll be right back with some numbers that will be on there. So back at you now with some measurements. So I've got this side is 4 inches long. This bottom part is 3.5 inches long, and this side is also 3.5 inches long. So we'll do the first one first. We're going to do the adding one first. Adding's pretty easy, I think. So whenever we add stuff together, we can find out answers pretty quick. So I'm just going to add. We'll call this one A, this one B, and this one C. And we're just going to add them together real quick. So let's just see how it goes. Okay.
a picture in a frame. I make believe you're next to me, but I know it's not the same. Why?
So there you have it real quick. The perimeter of a Dorito is 11 inches, meaning that if you add up all the outside sides of the Dorito, it will equal 11 inches. And so know that that's the perimeter of a Dorito. So now let me erase my addition work real quick, and I'll be back. And so here's the cool erasing effect. So there it is. We got a clear, good working space to work with now. Remember that our perimeter is 11 inches for our Dorito. Also, just real quick, I found this dry erase marker at my house, so I've been using that to erase stuff. It's better than using toilet paper. So anyway, now we want to find, there we go. Okay, so now all we want to do now is we want to find the area, which means we have to multiply the base times the height, and then we multiply that by 1/2. So the base of our triangle is going to be this bottom number here. It's kind of like being on base, like in baseball. So I played kickball at recess once, so I'm pretty sure that's correct. So our base is going to be 3.5. And then our height, I've also measured our height here. That's why this thing is saying that's the top and that's the bottom. And the measurement of the top to the bottom is 3.5. So we're going to multiply 3.5 times 3.5. Okay. And then once we get that answer, we are going to, we'll put all this in parentheses. Parentheses are a good way to separate stuff out. So you might say we're parenthesing each other and separating ourselves to be safe. So, and then we're going to multiply that whole thing by 1/2 when we get done. So real quick, let's look at 3.5 times 3.5.
Why am I looking at you? You're a pixel on a screen. Your animating principle is nowhere to be seen. Why am I lost in a loveless fantasy when somebody real is waiting out there for me? Why am I looking?
3.5 times 3.5 is 12.25. Now we want to multiply that by 1/2. And I'm going to show you real quick. Fast, fun way to multiply is to multiply a fraction by a regular number is you just put the other number over 1. So it makes it into a fraction. So then you just multiply straight across. I draw cool arrows so you know where to go. So 1 times 12.25 is 12.25. 2 times 1 is 2. So now we have 12.25 divided by 2. Okay, got to erase it real quick one more time, make room for my answer. So I'll have a nice, neat working area. So let's erase it. So we've got everything cleared out except for the 12.25 divided by 2. So it's quick math. It's going to be 6.125. And so that's going to be the area of our Dorito, 6.125 inches. And so we're going to put this as 6.125 inches. So now you know that perimeter of a Dorito is 11 inches. Area of a Dorito is going to be 6.125 inches. And so now you can appreciate your snacks more when you eat them because you know way better more about them. So thanks again for watching Maths. Remember to continue to listen to them and practice.
Why am I looking at you? You're a picture.